This is the most accessible and fun VR FPS I have played in a long time. Breachers is here and it feels really good. What's best? This game feels like a finished game. Well, almost. Let me talk about it. You might want to compare Breachers with Rainbow Six, where there are two teams of 5 players, one has to infiltrate a compound and the other team has to defend it. And from the moment you start your first game, it feels solid. You get in, open the buy menu and get your loadout. It feels super intuitive, and what is fantastic in my opinion is that if you hold your gun sideways, you can add extra modules to your loadout like a suppressor, scope, silencer, extended mag, all added to the gun on the fly. There are even some gadgets like frags, tripwires and of course breaching foam for some really nice action. Do note that the gunplay is far from realistic. This is again an accessible game. Reloading is just a click of a button to drop your mag and you can put a new one in and that's it. But it feels right, it's easy, and because of this there is no such thing as clunky VR reloading mechanics. Of course, I still prefer the realistic ones, but this arcade style of reloading fits this game very well. However, I do understand that it might turn some people off from liking this game. Now, before you join your first game, you might want to start with the tutorial. In the tutorial, you quickly learn all the VR mechanics, and there are some quite unique ones. Let's start with the most awesome one, and that is rappelling down the building and swinging through the windows with your team. You want more awesomeness? Buy some breaching foam, spray it on any yellow cross and press the red button to breach through the walls. A small detail that I find excellent as well is the leaning mechanic. In most VR games, when you lean, your whole body moves to the left and people can easily spot you. When leaning in this game, only your upper torso and the head lean left or right, so your feet are not shown to the enemy. Absolutely great. Now, once you get through the tutorial and you still want to get a grasp of the guns, you can go to the gun range. Here you can pick up any gun and do some fun challenges in trying to reach the bronze, silver and gold scores by hitting static and moving targets. I think there is a good amount of guns to choose from, some pistols, rifles and SMGs, not too complicated to get a grasp of. Now, once you are ready for the real deal, you can browse the servers. You can quickly join one via the quick play function, or you can browse the server list. Now, one thing that in my opinion they should have added since the launch of the game is the possibility to start a game with friends. It is such a pain to find a server when you are with 4 friends and you all want to play on the same team. It just takes so much time. This needs to be really a top priority. Now, secondly, the competitive game mode is grayed out yet, saying coming soon, so right now you can only play friendly/unranked matches. Now, once in a game, players can vote on what map they want to play. Currently, there are 3 maps for the Breachers mode, so to say: Factory, Hideout and Skyscraper. And there is one team deathmatch map called Kill House. The first 3 maps are nicely designed with many ways to infiltrate, and every room has multiple entrances. Besides that, there are certain walls in the game that you can breach, and a fun thing is that on the Breachers website you can find detailed map layouts. And I have to say, after playing quite a few rounds even in the beta, it still feels like a labyrinth to me. You really have to put in some hours to get acquainted with the maps. Now, the goal of the game is easy. If you play as the Enforcer, it's your job to infiltrate the building, which is occupied by the revolters, and you have to disarm the bomb with placing an EMP. But you will have to plant this EMP in bomb site A or B, and as always, planting a bomb, or in this case the EMP, in VR is just amazing. And yeah, well, and so that is in Breachers as well. Your goal as the revolter is to defend the bomb sites and just camp the hell out of the place. I was even surprised that there are quite some obstacles you can lift yourself up to, like tables and boxes, for the ultimate camping spot. Now, there are 6, you play 6 rounds as the Enforcer and you play 6 rounds as the Revolter, and the team with the best score wins. Now, again, this is a fun game. It feels arcade-like but plays very well, and it definitely has quite a lot of tense moments. Killing enemies feels satisfying and makes you crave for more, and I can really see this game being very fun when playing with a full pre-made group. I can even see this game being super competitive in esports, as there is like a really proper spectator option as well. Now, if you are looking for players yourself, and if you are tired of playing with randoms, join our Discord. We occasionally host events and we need more players, so You know, the link is in the description. Come join us. All in all, this is a super fun game, and to be honest, a must-buy for VR gamers who like VR first-person shooters. Do know it is a bit arcadey. Now, I hope this gave you a quick insight into the game, and don't forget out to check my Pavlov VR review, which is also a super nice shooter, or the best game of the year for me still, Vertigo 2, my Vertigo 2 review. Now, I hope to see you all in my next video. Ciao, ciao.